What's going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. So I thought I'd do a quick reaction video to the news that Jota has returned to Celtic from Rennes in Ligue 1 after leaving Celtic nearly a year ago in a £25 million deal to Saudi Arabia. The Portuguese winger has returned for a second spell at Parkhead, and also that Kyogo has left the club and joined the Ligue 1 side in a separate deal. So first of all, I'll start with Kyogo. Kyogo, what can I say? Good luck to him. He wanted to move on. He wants a different challenge. He said he wants to get into the Japan squad for the World Cup, and he wasn't receiving the accolades that he deserved in his opinion when he was at Celtic, unfortunately. But he was an outstanding player for us. 3 league titles, 2 Scottish Cups and 3 League Cups. 116 appearances, 63 goals. He's been absolutely fantastic, Kyogo. I personally wouldn't have let him go until the summer, but that's just my take on it. Obviously, Kyogo, Brendan Rodgers and the club wanted to come to some kind of arrangement. Kyogo wanted to leave now. He's been a great player. Celtic must replace him. I'll be really annoyed, just like most people, if Celtic don't replace him, because there's questions about Adam Eder. I don't think personally he's good enough to be the first choice striker. As a squad player, yes, but not as a first choice. He's got there and get somebody else. If it's going to be the Danish striker that Celtic have been linked with the last few seasons, I would go and get him in. I play Bromby what they need. Let's just go and get him in. And also we've got the Champions League playoff coming up as well. It doesn't make any sense to sell Kyogo if we're not going to bring another striker in. But yeah, I wish him luck. He's been outstanding. Some of the best goals that I've seen in the last number of years. He was a big time player for Celtic. In Europe, he scored goals. Cup finals, semi-finals, Old Firm games. His Old Firm record was really good. Always seemed to score against Rangers. Scored some great goals against them as well. Obviously, my favourite goal of his would be the goal against Hibs in the League Cup final when he lifted it over the goalkeeper. That was just brilliant. But yeah, I wish him luck and all the best to Kyogo on his next move. And then after Kyogo's departure, obviously Jota was announced before. Around the same time, Rennes announced that Kyogo had joined them. Celtic announced that Jota had joined the club. Big fan of Jota. Again, like Kyogo. Done really well when he was here the first time. So many assists, so many goals. In that Ange Postecoglou team, he was just a really, really quality player when he was here the first time. We then got a bid from Saudi Arabia for him, £25 million, which obviously Jota accepted. He wanted to move to Saudi Arabia. You can't really blame the guy because for the money, basically. It didn't really work for him there. He ended up at Rennes. Played a few games for them, but not many. And he's decided Brendan Rodgers wanted the chance to work with Jota. Obviously, I presume that Jota wouldn't have come if Kyogo wasn't sold. Even though it's 2 separate deals. Jota wouldn't have come, I don't think, if Kyogo would have stayed. So yeah, it's disappointing to lose Kyogo, a player of his quality, but then we've got another player of quality in Jota. We needed a winger as well. We were short on the left-hand side and the right-hand side as well. We've got Kuhn and Maeda, but then we've got Yang and Palmer. Both of them are not good enough for Celtic, in my opinion. So obviously Jota is a way better player than both of them too. Motherwell will be the day he makes his debut. Jota, can't wait to see him back at Celtic. He said that he's happy to be back. I wonder if he's regretting leaving the first time at all. Obviously we brought him from Benfica. We got him on loan and then we brought him permanently. And then obviously we brought him out right this time from Rennes. And yeah, I'm delighted Jota's back. He's just one of those players. Again, big time player. Cup finals, semi-finals in Europe. Rangers games. Jota knows how to do it in big games. Yes, he hasn't been as sparkling at the other 2 clubs he's been at after he left Celtic the first time. But you got to give Jota credit, I think he's going to do well. I'm a big fan of his. I like watching him play. I like the fact that he just takes people on and he's just a nuisance the whole time. He's a really good player, in my opinion. And yeah, Jota joins. Hopefully Celtic will do more deals. Obviously a lot about Tierney potentially come in on loan, and then obviously making it. We got a pre-contract in place potentially with Arsenal to sign him back. Obviously, because of what's going on with Greg Taylor, is uncertainty with him, and then obviously Alex Valle. There's rumours about Cesc Fabregas's team in Serie A wanting to take him on loan there. And obviously Serie A is a more competitive league than the Scottish league. So from Barcelona's point of view, you want Alex Valle playing in the most competitive league he can, developing. So it'd be interesting to see what happens there. And then obviously, if we can get Kiska Garden from Bromby, I'll be really, and maybe a few other, maybe another midfielder. I think, that'd be a good transfer window. It'd be interesting to see what Celtic do now. Obviously losing Kyogo's massive blow to us. We're weaker without him. Even with Jota in the team, Jota's not a striker. I don't want Celtic banking on Maeda going through the middle, because I think that'd be a mistake. Maeda's so good out on the left-hand side. I know Jota's a left winger, but you could put Maeda on the right-hand side if you need to. If Kuhn need a rest, for example. I'll be interested to see what Kuhn and Jota do. So I think Jota is very similar to Kuhn in the sense that they're very good at taking men on and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. A lot of people think that Kuhn's better than Jota. Kuhn's got really impressive stats. But yeah, Jota has joined Celtic from Rennes. Welcome back, Jota. Hopefully everything works out for him at this club. And Kyogo's moved on. I wish him all the best. But yeah, that's my reaction to that. I'll be back with a reaction to the Aston Villa game on Wednesday night. Obviously, it's a big match for Aston Villa, I'd say, more than us. But, if we could win and results go our way, we may be able to sneak into the top 8 of the Champions League and avoid the playoff. I mean, it's very hard to see that happening because we need so many results to go our way. And if we beat Villa, we need results to go our way. But you never know. It'll be a tough game against them. Yes, they've been a bit inconsistent recently, Villa. They're not as good as they were at the start of the season. But we'll see how it goes. But yeah, thanks for watching this video. Take care. I'll see you on Wednesday after that match. Peace.